Spanish soldiers, their families, free blacks, and Native Americans. All lived in here, 1,500 people for 51 days.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, those bricks.
Oh, yeah. Well, the two major attacks were the British attacking.
Sure.
1702 and 1740.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Fighting weapon or something like that. So bayonets progressively get shorter. All right. They also realize that this is a absolutely brutal weapon. So, following the Geneva Convention, following World War I, they realize you cannot have a bayonet in combat circumstances that is triangular shaped like that, because it creates a wound that's so hard to see.
Now it's this big, because it flies through the air, and instead of making a hole this big, it's making a hole this big. And I would use this against ships. This was for naval warfare. I was just English Catholic, white dude. So as you see here, I have a field artillery setup, and the reason why these two pieces are called field artillery and not regular artillery is because they are located where?
The field.
Thank you. Thank you. Field artillery pieces are artillery pieces that can be moved into the field. This is a 3-pound cannon. It's called a 3-pound cannon because it weighs exactly 3 pounds. Thank you. So cannons are known by the weight of their cannonball. So a 3-pound cannon fires a 3-pound cannonball.
Welcome again to Fort Matanzas. Once again, I'm Ranger Steve. Now, I actually have four stories. Four stories about the fort, about the area, spanning 350 years of our history here. Now, I'm going to tell you all at least one of these stories. Now, I can tell you all four if you want, but we're not going up in the fort today. So you all choose which story you like to hear. Story number one goes way on back to the 1500s. That's how this area got its name, Matanzas. Stories 2 and 3 are from the 1700s. Story number 2, why'd the Spanish build this fort here? Story number 3, how'd they build the fort here? And then story number 4 is from the early 1900s, how the War Department of the National Park Service created this national monument for us. So, show of hands, who would like to know how this area got its name, Matanzas? Who wants to know about that? All right, it's off to an early lead here, good. How about, why'd the Spanish build this fort here? Who was on that? That was us coming up on the outside. There we go.
I'm not here at all.
Then you guys don't get upstairs today. All right. So it looks like number 2 is in the lead now. How about, how did they build the fort here? Still looks like, why, by a nose? And then the War Department National Park Service created this national monument. Looks like I'm going to tell you all why the Spanish put this fort here.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to hear about any of the other stories more for the fort, just give me a yell. I'll let you know they'll be up there. All right. Now, y'all, I mentioned y'all that this story goes back to the 1700s, but we're going to go back further. We're going to go back to the late early 1500s. The Europeans, the Spanish, have, much to the chagrin of the folks already living on this side of the world, they have discovered the New World, Central and South America, the Aztec, the Mayan, the Incan empires. Now, what did the Spanish take from those folks that brought them back again and again? What did they take from the Aztecs and the Incans? Gold, silver, chocolate. Absolutely right. Load your ship full of gold, silver, and chocolate. Hit the high seas. Who's coming after you? Pirates. Remember pirates. We're going to come into our story in a little bit. All right. How many of y'all grew up in Florida? Any of y'all grew up in Florida? All right. When y'all were smaller, did y'all dig holes in the backyard? Excellent. Great job. How much gold y'all find? Oh, man. Yeah. Let's and much to the chagrin of the Timucuans and the other folks who've been living around here for 12,000 years, he discovers La Florida, the land of flowers. Now, back in those days, Florida goes north, all the way up towards what's now Canada.
No.
Heads west out to the Mississippi River. So all that Europe knows of what's going to become North America is Spanish La Florida. Now, the French didn't read that memo, so we got some issues over there in Europe. The Protestant Reformation's going on over there. In the 1560s, some of those Protestants in France, the Huguenots, jump on some ships, sail on over, and they land about 50, 60 miles north of us on the St. John's River near present-day Jacksonville. They built a wooden fort up there. They don't find more gold than we did. Some of the guys getting patient, jump on some ships, decide to try their hand at becoming pirates. Well, they didn't become very good pirates because they get caught right off the bat. King Philippe of Spain, one of his worst fears. He now has French pirates on the coast of Florida threatening his treasure fleets. He calls Admiral Fleet Pedro Menendez into the office. Admiral Menendez, I have a job for you. I need you to rid my land of these French invaders. And he does, and that's story number 1, how we get our name Matanzas. So after the British attack, it's different than pirates. When the British attack you, they come on in and they steal your home. And they steal your land. And they do not leave. So our tactics are going to change with the Castillo de San Marcos. When we're under attack now, instead of grabbing everything and running out in the woods, we're going to grab everything and run inside the fort. The Castillo is a siege fortress. Now, in a siege, whoever starves first loses. That's 1740. We learned that the British learned how important this back. We almost lost. That wooden watchtower is no longer going to work. That's when we need to get a fortified watchtower like this one. It will be fortified, made of stone. We'll be able to stand up against British camp ready to do. It'll be a really tall tower. We'll climb up there and we'll see miles out to sea. And it's going to have guns. We'll be able to control this inlet. Now, Oglethorpe is still really upset about losing that 1740 siege, and he didn't even get to burn the town down because we put a wall around it. Now he hears we're going to build this fortified watchtower down here. He says, no, no, no! That is not going to happen! He sends warships back down here to destroy what's under construction. They get out here, they look in, they see we've just started to build this. They drop the boats in the water, the soldiers jump the boats, they roll on in to attack and destroy. Well, they don't realize, even though we have just started to build this, we have finished through the gun deck. We got a couple guns here now. So we lob a couple balls out towards those boats. Those boats spin around, go back to ships. Ships around, go back to Georgia, and St. Augustine has never been attacked again. So even before the fort's done being built, it's already fulfilled its mission. This is the back door to St. Augustine. This is the key to this back door. This is a place we control the inlet. If you're
I want to go down.
Thank you for watching our video. Please consider liking it and subscribing to the channel. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, please leave those in the comment section. We'll work on getting them out to you as soon as possible.